So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate.
He'll try from distance! Racing over the bar.
A message to the wise: it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
It's gone for a throw-in. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Morientes! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Morientes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Morientes, bustling and very visible inside the box.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
He's rising! Harmlessly behind. Camavinga engages and forces him off the ball. Carvajal, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in. He's picked his way through. Vinicius, impressive jump! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Madrid really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Plays it out wide. Messi is in a really good position out wide. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Still goalless at the moment. And it's Carvajal. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he's gone looking for safety. Searching pass he's played there. Spread out to the left. And here's Messi. Messi going forward. That's a... And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Tries to pass it through. Figo. He's going for goal! kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Madrid are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. Now, can they get him away? And he's worked it through. And this is Hazard. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pepe. And it's Camavinga. Brahim Diaz. Can he get it through? Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Bellingham. And no, that was never going to make it. Hazard. Camavinga. Out towards the flank. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Chance here to counter. He can run onto that. Morientes. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Oh, that's delightful. Vinicius Junior running with the ball. And that is well cleared. Madrid have reclaimed it, and it's Lopez. And here's Valverde, and the shot! Good strike, quite an alarm. Araujo attempts a clearance. Hazard. Real chance! What a wonderful goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
He's having a shot! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Now it's Messi. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. That pass isn't the best. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Madrid unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que hay plazas disponibles para alquilar en el aparcamiento del estadio. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 18, Morientes, será sustituido por el dorsal 9, Eto'o.
We're on the move again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Carvajal. Madrid do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Valverde. Now it's Lopez. It's a pretty loose pass. Fermin is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Foot in. Now it's Messi. The message is clear. None shall pass. And he thumps it clear. Madrid still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Carvajal. Ah, he's given it away. He's free. He's had a shot. And that would have been some goal.
Vinicius Junior just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Hazard looking for options for movement. And it's Camavinga. Can he latch on to this? Fermin was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that is one way to stop him. It's a good run down the right. It'll be a throw-in. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 23. Serán sustituidos por...
And here's
el
Neymar.
dorsal 22.
A good take in a good area.
El
Oh, he's
dorsal
having a
22.
go!
Cambio de jugadores.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get...
Messi!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quality ball. Bellingham tries to play it through. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. Just eases him off the ball. Tchouaméni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Xavi Alonso. And it's Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. Goes for a shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Corner it is. Corner number 3 coming up.
Madrid really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Vinicius Junior. So no flag here. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what shapes to shoot! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Fermin proves just a little bit too strong. He's found a way through.
Madrid nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Bellingham. Carvajal. 1 minute to add according to the board. And here's Neymar. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're on the way. Lunin makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, goalkeepers usually make the headlines for spectacular saves, Peter, and this fella's certainly capable of all that. But I think his main influence will be a little less obvious. By communicating with his defence and offering leadership at the back, he spreads a calmness and stability throughout the team. You have to have that relationship with your defence.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Great defending, strong and determined. Now that looks a decent ball.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Lopez. Well read, nice interception. And it's Pedri. And he's forced to go back. Balde. And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, that's superb. It's Asa! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Carvajal. Now there's a fine ball. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
And he could have done himself a massive favour.
He's going for goal! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! He's got himself an absolute peach. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Vinicius Junior bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now, can they get him away? Hazard receives it in a wide position. He's got away. And he shoots! Messi, a player who needs no introduction.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Nicely weighted ball. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. And the ball's come loose here. Barcelona are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Balde gets a foot in here. That pass isn't the best. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Howson is the team's great visionary. Pedri. And it's Pedri. Xabi Alonso did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Back when it goes. And it's Lopez. Fermin. Now it's Mbappe. That's really well manoeuvred.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bellingham. Chance to deliver.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Ronaldinho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pedri. This is De Jong. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Carvajal. And it's Ronaldinho. Pedri. Fermin. It's a threatening ball. Ronaldinho! That was quite a hit. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Howson getting this one clear.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Threads one in. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Madrid up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Madrid can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're off again. Madrid currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Oh, good stop. It had to be. Vinicius Junior. Hazard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Corner number 2 then. Pedri! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Pedri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Fermin. And here's Mbappe. And this is Hazard. And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former.
Ronaldinho! So, third corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the most accurate pass. Araujo. Still just a single goal between the sides. And here's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's De Jong. It's Pedri. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Pedri. Mbappe!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And that is masterful defending. Fermin. Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking.
Tries one from range! But he's left disappointed.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Pinches it off him. And the counter is on, now then! De Jong. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's clever. No, he's just misjudged that one. De Jong. Fermin. 75 minutes played. Pedri. There's the delivery. And that is expertly dealt with.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Madrid do have a chance to counter here. And it's Carvajal. And this is Messi. Shot at goal! Hazard tries to pass it through. Xabi Alonso gets over and intercepts. Looking to play him in. Fermin producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Hazard. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Carvajal clears without hesitation. Works it forward. And here's Hazard. Shot could be on.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
De Jong. Madrid close now to seeing this one through to the end. And here's Hazard. He's in a great position here. And he's there to clear it.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Great vision. Oh, no joy this time.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 16. El dorsal 4.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
El dorsal 8. Luis Suárez.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, relief! Relief at last, the final whistle. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Madrid can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. And Hullet! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Here's Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's gone backwards. Pirlo. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Araujo cuts it out. Bebeto. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bebeto has got himself a free kick. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Still goalless. Not the most accurate pass. Looking for the run. Messi. Vinicius Junior. Rummenigge. Lovely, now then. McAllister.
Brazil definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Oh, well played, well played. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Paraguay clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Caceres. And the pass is intercepted. It's come to nothing. Kante can clear it away. Neymar. And it's McAllister. He's found a way through. And this is Bebeto. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neymar. Great chance! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Araujo. This is a promising build-up. Vinicius Junior. Bebeto. Now it's Neymar. So what can they make of this? Neymar. And he's had it nicked away. Yeah.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
McAllister is the team's great visionary. Conte. And it's Hakimi. And it's Kukçu. Looking to pass their way. Vinicius Junior! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Thuram. It's Gullit. No way through there. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Tries to play it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rijkaard. Araujo. Passes short and sharp. McAllister. Bebeto.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's through here. And this is Neymar. And he's definitely onside. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Neymar. And the referee has blown for half-time. How to review the first half?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Teremos uma substituição.
Down to business again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So
That's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Schneider ready to try one.
Peter, the keeper knows that even if his wall is...
Schneider! It's anyone's ball now. Paraguay do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the...
Bebeto! And Bebeto! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Paraguay couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. That is a great pick out. Paraguay can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Distributed tidily. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Shifted upfield. Showing good feet. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And this is Messi. Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rodri. It's Iniesta! Now, it's fallen kindly here. Not offside that time. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Paraguay perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Caceres, a picture of focus and alertness. Brazil disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Paraguay have it back and can go again. The ball's gone astray. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Brazil are down to 10 men. Brazil choosing to make the first change. And this is Iniesta. Messi needing to deal with defending that's more up close. A big chance! Kukçu. Rodri with a definite foul there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. De Ligt. Ball is over the line. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He's picked his way. Iniesta! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Lam. And it's Messi. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Messi ploughing through the middle. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Araujo gets a foot in here. Good ball, good take. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Iniesta purring through. Chance for a shot! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Paraguay have themselves a chance from the spot. A big, deep breath. And that's one back! Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Schneider. Here's Rodri. Oh, easy pickings there. Rodri. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And it's Schneider. There's a sharp little ball here. And this is Hazard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. It's a pretty loose pass. Araujo. Lahm. Driving forward. Well, this is surely their last chance. Can he finish? That's got him rattled.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, he's been flattened there. Oh, he's having a go! That caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And that will be the final act. Paraguay perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause.